Hello people, I think it's day 9 post-op. Just thought I'd do a quick one. I'm doing these for me as much as anybody else, to be perfectly honest. Today my bloating has actually gone down in my stomach and I'm starting to notice some sort of difference. I can't remember if I told you how much weight I'd lost in my last video, so I didn't weigh myself till 1 week post-op, which was Saturday. It's now Monday. So 1 week post-op, including the pre-op diet, I'd lost 1 stone 5 pounds, which I'm really chuffed about. I'm a bit miffed that you can't really see it. Yeah, I'm a bit miffed that you can't really see it on me. However, I have managed to get my wedding and engagement rings back on. They fit me. I haven't been able to wear them for about a good 4 or 5 months, and that was also one of the reasons why I went for surgery. Oh yeah, I'm starting to get really hungry now actually, so I'm not sure what to do because I'm not getting enough calories in with being on the fluids. I'm still lucky if I hit 600 calories a day, so I'm not supposed to go on to puree until Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, which is this Saturday, and it's Monday today. But I think I am going to, just to try and get my calories up a bit, because although, yeah, I'm losing weight, I think I'm becoming some sort of self-enforced anorexic, to be perfectly honest. I had my first incident last night of, it wasn't PB, but I'd had a couple of glasses of mulled wine over the afternoon because my parents came to visit, and I hadn't drunk very much water during the day, and I thought, right, I need to get my water in me. But I've got some effervescent iron supplements, and I'd put that in a pint of water, and I'd also put in my magnesium citrate powder in the same pint of water, which I think I've mentioned to you before. I have restless leg syndrome, and I just find that I sleep a lot better if I take my magnesium, and a lot of people are deficient on magnesium anyway. Anyway, by the by, I'd made a pint of it, and I just kind of forgot that I couldn't drink it all quickly, and it was effervescent. So, and I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know whether it was just the 2 glasses of wine that made me forget or what have you. I don't know, but I basically chugged the pint of effervescent water through a straw, and then about 2 minutes later I was gonna hurl. I really was. I was sat in front of my sofa, and I was like, oh my god. So I kept leaning myself backwards like that to try and stretch, to try and get it to go through. And I just felt more and more sick. My husband was like, get to the toilet. If you're going to be sick, get into the toilet. But I felt so sick I couldn't get up to get to the toilet. So I just literally sat there with my hands clasped over my mouth. Bear in mind that I had just drunk a pint of effervescent liquid. If that was to come back out, it was probably going to come flying back out. So 5 or 6 minutes after that, I managed to get myself into the toilet, and I just sat there over the toilet. Must have been 20 minutes. I kept trying to sit up straight and what have you to let it go down, and then eventually I could sort of feel it going through. So all in all, about 40 minutes later, I felt fine. So that's my first sort of real, I don't know, not a problem. It was completely my fault. I just seemed to completely forget that I couldn't chug. Because I was a chugger, I would easily knock back a pint of water, no problem, 2 even. I always like drinking lots of water. So I guess old habits die hard when you're not paying attention, or you've had 2 glasses of mulled wine. Anyway, so my mum and dad came over. I made them dinner. I made them some chicken pasta and garlic bread and salad and cheese and all that sort of thing. I had, while I was making it, a few teaspoons full of, sorry, it's my screensaver, keep going on, hang on, a few teaspoons full of pate. And so obviously that's not liquid, but those, I think about 4 teaspoonfuls of pate, possibly, completely filled me up. So people were like, oh, it's a shame you've made all this dinner and you can't eat it and what have you. But honestly, it's not torture to me at all. I was not hungry. In fact, I was rammed off those few spoonfuls of pate. So the fact that they were all sat there eating, and while I was making it, I wasn't remotely, oh, I can't eat this, I can't eat this, you know, all that sort of thing. It was, I don't know, it was almost as if, I don't know, I suppose, if you're not hungry or you're really stuffed, then other food just genuinely doesn't bother you. So, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. And I also think that might be another reason why I need to move along a little bit onto slightly denser than liquids, because I am starting to get the raging hunger, really, and it's painful hunger. However, it goes away very quickly with a small amount of food. Um, so I think as of this evening, I've only had liquids today, and yeah, I do seem to be tighter in the morning, because even a cup of coffee in the morning I struggle with. So, but by evening, I think I'm fairly loose. So, obviously I've not had any fill or anything yet. In fact, my fill is going to be nearly 9 weeks post-op, which I'm not entirely impressed with, to be honest. Hopefully I can control myself for that long. I've been looking on a forum and lots of people are really struggling because they've got no restriction whatsoever, even after their third fill and what have you. So I am a little bit concerned about that. However,